Our eating team, please welcome Chris Dunn. A 3-year veteran of the circuit, twice she has come to the Coney Island stage, my friends Julie Goldberg. A triple threat, hand speed, jaw strength, and stomach capacity. The Montville, New Jersey Superintendent of Schools, the Morris County Superintendent of the Year, Dr. Renee Rotar. The 5-pound slice of avocado toast eating champion of the world from Oakland, California, ranked number 47, Kelly Wong. A community volunteer, a blood donor, and an occupational therapy assistant who came into competitive eating to do something positive with her life. From Sherman, Texas, 5 feet 9 inches tall, Jocelyn Walker. The bologna eating champion of the Minneapolis-St. Paul Metroplex, now residing in Dorchester, Wisconsin, ranked number 44 in the world, Catherine Tesh. From Muncie, Indiana, which is west of here, as I understand it, 5 feet 3 inches tall, 13 hot dogs and buns, ranked number 42, Holly Titus. Her teeth flash like justice. Her eyes shine like the knives of righteousness. 14 hot dogs and buns from Marysville, Washington. Ranked number 35, Katie Bradyman. And her arch rival from Chicago, Illinois, 19 hot dogs and buns. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia DeVita. In 1555, famed astrologer Nostradamus predicted with uncanny accuracy events that would happen centuries into the future. One prophecy foretold of a woman who would become the pepperoni roll eating champion of Western Pennsylvania. And so it came to be, and so she joins us now. Ranked number 30, 21 hot dogs and buns, my friends, Laurel Marie Melly. She stands at the threshold of another universe, as lean as electricity, as relentless as gravity, a fitness and nutrition coach who is ranked number 26 in the world, 23 hot dogs and buns, Sarah Rodriguez. She has lived her life surrounded by the nimbus of power. For as a child, the ancient lightning that destroys the unworthy and anoints the pure came down and touched her on the forehead. And she is ranked number 2 in the world, ladies and gentlemen, with 32 hot dogs and buns, 5 feet 4 inches tall, fierce, angel, elegant, hero, breathtaking queen, Michelle Lesko.
And we welcome you to the 2021 Nathan's Famous Women's Hot Dog Eating Contest here on Coney Island. We are at Maimonides Park, and we are getting ready to go. Mike Golick Jr., Major League Eating President Richard Shea in the booth, alongside 7-time female champion Miki Sudo, who, because she's expecting the birth of her first child at the end of this month, is not competing today, but you are up here with us. Miki, you're out here on the 4th of July, but you're not eating hot dogs. How does this feel right now?
First of all, I have to say I'm thrilled, and it's such an honor to be in great company as a commentator. I do miss competing, but rest assured I will be back in 2022 to capture my 8th belt. In the meantime, I'm just looking forward to a great event.
So I got to ask you, somebody who is competing today, of course, Nick Wary in the big men's event a little bit later in this broadcast. What do you think he's going to do? Can he do it?
You know, Nick, interestingly enough, is the only competitor on the men's field to show steady progression. So he did 31 in 2017, 36 in 2018, 39.5 last year. So we're just looking forward to progress, and he might cause an upset.
Well, he's a winner that he's got you, and you're both going to be winners soon.
And we know one of the competitors looking to fill the void left by Miki Sudo today is Michelle Lesko. We had a chance to catch up to her ahead of her quest for the pink belt today.
Before I was in the world of competitive eating, I thought that this was all just very bizarre. Now, having this opportunity to win the biggest contest in the year in the weirdest sport in the country, like, it's a crazy opportunity. It is a lot of pressure to be the favorite at Nathan's, but for me, I don't want second again. I want the belt. I want the belt this year.
Well, Miki, no one knows Michelle like you do. You guys are roommates for a time. You've trained together. What makes her so special?
Michelle's a great person, but you know, facts don't care about feelings. The truth of the matter is, Michelle hit her personal best at 32 in 2017, and we haven't seen that since, but I'm really hoping she brings it today.
Well, that's what we're all looking for today. As we get started, we are going to send it down to George Say to kick off the events as the women get ready to eat here at Nathan's Famous.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you with me?
You want to sit?
It is go time. Count it down with me from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And we are underway here at Maimonides Park, and Michelle Lesko getting ready to attack for her chance for the belt here. 7-time champion Miki Sudo with us here in the booth. And Miki, what's the thought process as we get underway at the start of the contest for these eaters?
Okay, so Michelle and I have incredibly different strategies. I go for 2 meats followed by 2 buns. Michelle has said from the get-go she's more comfortable doing 1 and 1, which makes me nervous. But she's hoping to do about 5.5 in the first minute, so we'll see where she ends up.
Well, you know, Lesko is the favorite. This is her 10th Nathan's Championship, and she has the best DPM, or dogs per minute, of any lady in this field. Michelle's career DPM is 2.66, so she can almost rely on a 26 or a 27 hot dog performance.
Yeah, but going into this event, I told her not to get too comfortable with DPMs. You know, keep in mind, in 2015, I was losing to Sonia Thomas up until 2.5 minutes to go. So that winner is it's not done until it's over. I wouldn't take the brakes. I wouldn't put the brakes on just yet.
We are 1 minute in. Michelle Lesko leading the pack with 7, but she is followed closely by Sarah Rodriguez. For more on her, we send it down to the 4th member of our crew, Jason Fitz, down near the stage.
Guys, it's interesting looking at the vibe of each of these eaters and the intensity. Sarah came in, put her headphones on right away, hasn't been looking at the crowd, not acknowledging the crowd, and had a very particular rhythm from the get-go. So we haven't seen her in a minute, and it looks like she knew exactly what her strategy was going to be. A real intensity coming from her right now. Back to you guys.
And Miki, thank you, Jason. That was something you mentioned. We have not seen Sarah competing in quite some time here, and so there was a bit of an unknown surrounding how she'd look in contest.
Yeah, we haven't seen either of these ladies, Michelle Lesko or Sarah Rodriguez, since 2019. You know, Michelle has a bad day and Sarah has a great day. We might see an upset because, frankly, Sarah's the only female competitor to show progress on that side. From 19 to 21 to 23, she's just gone steadily up.
Sarah Rodriguez is a true threat to Michelle. She had 23, I think, HTB's last time out here. And of course, as you said, that was in 19. And again, Sarah married to Juan Morbite, the other competitive eating power couple.
They are one of them, not the power couple. No.
I'm going to do a contest just between you two couples.
A contest of the top couples in here, as mentioned, married to Juan Rodriguez, who you will see in the men's contest coming up in a bit. Sarah also competes in Peeps and is the owner of a dog named Cujo.
You can't count out Laurel Marie, right? Especially with that hair. Who knew Billie Eilish had a crazy aunt out in the Poconos? But Laurel is a veteran, right?
She's back for her 11th year, and she's steadily in the high teens. So we've seen as high as, I believe, 21 from her, but right around 18 is where I put her today. Maybe even better.
Laurel Marie Melly there at 7 dogs as we are just about 3 minutes into this contest. Again, Michelle Lesko pacing the group right now with 12. Sarah at and 10 behind her.
It's really going to be interesting to see whose capacity lasts, because we're only 3 minutes into the event, and they might as well be neck and neck, because keep in mind, these numbers cannot accurately reflect how many buns or how many complete hot dogs and bun sets they've eaten to that point.
This is an unofficial count right
exactly.
now.
Exactly. It's not over until
Kelly
it's
Wong
called.
holding her own there. Kelly's been inactive. I mean, all of us have been sort of inactive, but Kelly certainly has. Just a slight slip of a lady from Oakland, and she's holding tight with 4 there.
Kelly's a lovely person. I see her at the gym doing cardio every 4th of July. So.
That's awesome.
The gym, the place where you met your now fiance Nick Weary here at this contest years ago.
It's getting real down there right now, Mike. Look at that. Look at Sarah Reinecke.
Jason Fitz down near the stage with an update for us.
It's interesting, guys. This matchup is so close right now. The judges are really being leaned on to know exactly where this count is. You'll notice if you watch between Sarah and Michelle that they're looking for true clarity from the judges on exactly what's been eaten and exactly what the count is. So keep an eye on the judges and their efficiency through this process.
It's too close to call at this point. And also, I would be amiss if I didn't mention, Michelle actually injured her ACL, so she cannot jump up and down this year to help get the hot dogs down.
Which is sort of her version of the Carlene Pop. It's just a little bit more aggressive.
So she can't use the gravity to advantage. I know that's going to hurt her. She said she was trying out some different strategies to work around that, but this is still very close. In the end, I think Michelle's capacity is higher, but Sarah's drive might just be there today.
A little messy down there, too, but good thing we have the Bounty Cleaning Lounge, Bounty the Quicker Picker-Upper, and DraftKings with us here all day long in Coney Island.
The Bounty Cleaning Lounge looks like it might have bottle service down there.
It does look a little bit like South Beach.
It is an exciting afternoon here at Maimonides Park on Coney Island. Beautiful weather on this day as we near the halfway mark in the 2021 women's contest here.
Let's go though now. Look at this. This is of course unofficial, but she is keeping pace, if not picking it up a little bit right now.
Absolutely. It's not over until it's over, but at the halfway mark, most of the competitors will tell you that they want about 2/3 of their hot dog numbers down. So if you plan to eat 45, you want 30 down. If you want 30 down, you want 20 down. And that's the bare minimum. If Michelle's looking to do around a personal best, she's a little bit behind, but we might see high 20s.
Laurel with 12.
Laurel with 12 right now. Sarah Rodriguez with 15, and you see that dogs per minute number. Again, a 10-minute contest. So right now, Michelle Lesko eating at just about a 35 hot dog pace for the contest. Although, Mickey, your note great about trying to come out and establish a lot of your bulk early.
Yeah, actually, I think Joey and I are the only competitors to pick it up in the last few minutes. For most of those competitors, you are going to slow down, so you want to have most of the hot dogs done in the first half. In my first minute, actually last year, I think I only did 4. I ended up with 48.5.
Well, look, there's 20 for Michelle Lesko, summa cum laude in her graduating class at Coastal Arizona University. Go Ducks. The promise she displayed at CAU is being borne out here. She's at the deuce with 4 minutes remaining.
I'm actually pretty impressed by Katie Prettyman, too. I think her personal best is around 15, so she'll comfortably beat that if she keeps up this pace.
Katie Prettyman works as a regional volunteer services officer in the Northwest region for the Red Cross. Out here at 11 hot dogs and buns unofficially with 3:45 remaining. And Mickey, as we get down the stretch here, Mickey Sudo, 7-time champion on the women's side, with us in the booth. How do you push through that barrier at the end as you start to naturally slow down and understand you're getting full at this point, I'd imagine?
Absolutely, and I'm looking to see that drive, that same sort of insanity and determination to win from one of these ladies today. Both are keeping kind of mum, so it's really hard to tell. It's a mental thing at a certain point.
They both look, I mean, I'm not an eater, but I've watched this, as you know, for many, many years. They both look to be relatively comfortable. They seem to have a rhythm.
I hate to say it looks like Michelle's almost playing defense at this point, like she's begging for that clock to run out, which you never want to be in that position.
Fair enough.
But I saw Sarah coming. Again, she did 19, 21, 23, steady ascension, and she's got one back at home to practice with.
I got to say, Laurel does impress. 15, we didn't have qualifiers this year. She wasn't part of our DraftKings series, and she's holding tough.
Oh, absolutely. Again, she's always consistently, even on COVID's 2-week notice, she was good for high teens. So
Laurel Marie Melly, second place last year behind Mickey Sudo in the booth with us with 18 hot dogs and buns. As again, unofficial numbers you're seeing on your screen right now. Michelle Lesko here though. Mickey, you mentioned the advantage of having a training partner who works in the same sport. You and Nick obviously have that here. How does that push you behind the scenes as we near the 2-minute mark here?
Oh, even from my second year, I've leaned on having a partner to practice with. Michelle was actually my long-term practice partner. You cook up 10 minutes worth of hot dogs and really go at it to mimic contest conditions. Now I've got Nick, and I couldn't ask for a better advantage going into 2022, to be honest.
That's for sure. Well, look at this. It's a 5 hot dog lead right now, unofficial for Lesko. When I drove in here today, guys, Annie Murphy was in sole possession of 2021 up until today anyway, but she might have to share this year with Michelle Lesko. If the lead holds, we may have a new champion.
Yeah.
No Olivia Rodrigo in there for you, Rich. I'm surprised.
I'm more Annie Murphy, really.
Understandable, aren't we all, is what I've often said about Annie Murphy. All right, as we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the contest here, Michelle Lesko with what appears to be a 7 hot dog lead. Mickey, how do you approach these final 2 minutes?
You have to push past that finish line. You can't just limp in. You can't hit the brakes. Michelle seems to be playing defense. I don't like seeing water drinking on stage, to be honest.
But water's strictly for dunking.
It's strictly for dunking, or if you have a larger lodge that you just want to push down. But Michelle might be at the end of her capacity. Those few ounces might be crucial. Again, it looks like she has a comfortable lead, but just for Michelle's sake, I want to see her hit a personal best anyway.
That personal high, as we have 1 minute left now in the women's contest, the 2021 Nathan's Famous International. Michelle Lesko's previous high, 32 hot dogs and buns. She leads the pack with 28 unofficially right now.
I'm feeling comfortable right now for Michelle. 2021 Year of the Woman, Juliana Hatfield touring again. Nicki Minaj very much on the comeback, and I think Michelle is cruising to victory. Free Britney, bring on the fireworks.
Oh my God, we might see a personal best today if she can really master that shove at the end. We'll see.
You can hear the crowd, 5,000 strong, packed in here to Maimonides Park. As we get down to the final 20 seconds, she has over 30 hot dogs and buns.
There's your number.
Oh, that's great to see. I'm super happy for Michelle. It could not have happened to a better person. Again, these are unofficial, but she's pretty comfortably ahead in my book now.
Now you can both wear a belt when you go out.
Who wore a best? Oh my gosh, she's got to be so relieved.
You hear the final count there from George Shea. Unofficially, we are waiting for the count on stage right now. We are seeing 31 hot dogs and buns unofficially for Michelle Lesko.
That was a journey.
She's going to the bounty paper towels to clean up her face. Always a lady.
I was just on the ride.
Oh gosh, I guess the weather ended up working to their advantage.
It's a beautiful day.
Really
You've been out here in hotter days, yeah?
Absolutely.
Average temperature usually about 82 degrees out here on Coney Island for the contest. And here we are getting our unofficial results for the contest. Michelle Lesko, the unofficial winner at 31 hot dogs and buns, followed by Sarah Rodriguez and Laurel Marie Melly. Again, Laurel, last year's runner-up. But in a year where Mickey Sudo joins us in the booth, we appear to be ready to crown a new champion.
Yeah, it's great to see people joining us here in the stands, too.
With the salt of the tattoos from 1,000
It is
days.
incredible, Rich, to hear the crowd rise up in that last 30 seconds here. And Mickey, for the eaters on stage, I got to imagine that helps you push past.
Oh, absolutely. People used to ask me if I tuned out the crowd to stay focused, and that was far from the case. And frankly, the silence was deafening last year when we performed for media only. I missed it, and I'm sure they did too.
We don't know this, but did it look like to you that Michelle was able to pick it up in the last couple minutes, or were you implying that she was struggling throughout? Or when you said playing defense, what did you mean?
It looked like she was just begging for the clock to run out.
Right.
That might not be the case. I don't know her state of mind, but I think going into any contest as the overwhelming favorite is just difficult, and you don't know how that's going to affect the competitor on game day. But she came and wasn't quite a personal record, but we're great.
Let's go down to George for some announcements about the medal stand.
24 hot dogs and buns.
Oh, that's a personal best now.
Very good.
Right?
Sarah
one, right?
Rodriguez, personal
In
best.
third place, and forgive the confusion, you know,
Like he says, we're eating so fast.
the production values of a high school play. In third place, with 18 3/4, the great Laurel Marie Melly.
Very good, Phil. Very good.
But in first place, the new champion of the world, from Tucson, Arizona, with 30 3/4 Nathan's Famous hot dogs in buns, Michelle, let's go! There she is, ladies and gentlemen, your champion. And ESPN.